Alrighty, everybody. This is it. We're going to be doing some Silent Hill 4. The room. What I like to do in these circumstances is to read the manual. We're going to be playing the PS2 version, but I found the scan of the Xbox version's manual, so that's what we're going to be reading through. Alright, let's get started. Also, it's like TERRORTOBER. I'm super excited this game. I've wanted to play this game for so long. It's so great. I love the art on this. It's just like there's a door with all these chains and stuff, and like this little ghost guy here. I think this is a really cool image. This like locked up, super locked up, uh, like built in a haste, but built to like last kind of sort of thing, where it's all just crisscross and all weird and stuff. I always like the cover to this game. So let's see, what do we got here? We got all the standard stuff here. We got table of contents. We got information about the console in case you don't know what an original Xbox is. The thing was a brick. I loved my original Xbox. And the controls, which we'll learn as we play the game. All right, let's get a little bit of lore while we're here. Prologue. It was 2 years ago that Henry Townshend moved to room 302 of South Ashfield Heights, an apartment building in the medium-sized city of Ashfield. Ooh, Ashfield, really? That seems a little on the nose, don't you think? But not Silent Hill, which is interesting. Henry was happy and enjoying his new life, but 5 days ago, something strange began to happen. A recurring dream began to haunt him, and there was one other thing. And then you can see he's looking at the door. So cool. So let's learn about some characters. Not many. Apparently, there's only two that we need to know about. So characters: Henry Townshend. Henry is a calm young man who never lets his feelings show. By the time the story begins, he has been locked in his room for 5 straight days. Suddenly, a large hole appears in his bathroom wall with no reason or warning, and he is dragged into the depths of terror. Okay, cool. So, I'm assuming that's how this game starts then. Eileen Gavin. Eileen is Henry's next door neighbor, the young resident of room 303. Look at that babe. She looks like she hasn't seen sunlight in like 5 years. She has a kind personality, although she has a tendency to depend too heavily on others at times. The relationship between Eileen and Henry is nothing more than simple recognition of one another, but they are both dragged into a strange set of events that will change everything. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. This at least the Xbox manual is a little bare bones. I don't know what the PS2's looks like. I couldn't find a scan of it, so actually, I own this game on both Xbox and PS2. I don't know if I have the. I know I had to buy this game a couple of times because like I'd buy the game where it was just the CD, but the manual and the disc weren't there. Or then next time I would buy it and it would be the case and the disc, but not the manual. So I had to like buy this game a couple of times in order to actually have a full complete set. Um, and it's around. I should have probably found this before, but that's okay. Anyways, at least the Xbox's version is very bare bones, but that's okay. New game. Easy, normal, hard. So I've learned my lesson. We're going to be playing this game on normal. We are not doing any sort of. Okay, so see, um, so regardless of which level selected, all endings and snares are identical in the hard difficulty or to the hard difficulty level. Some puzzles are more difficult to solve. Oh well, after that Silent Hill 3 debacle, we're just gonna go normal. We had Silent Hill 2 where the hard puzzles were great, but the hard combat was awful. That game plays like shit when you play it on hard. But then Silent Hill 3 where the hard, I think we played basic normal combat difficulty, but we did hard puzzle, and those puzzles were ridiculous. We had to look up almost all of them. So we're just gonna go normal. We're gonna stay in our lane, so to speak. Game over. The game ends when Henry dies. Continue. When the game is over, you turn to the title screen. At this point, you have the option to continue. If continue is selected, you will restart at the last continue point. The level of difficulty may also decrease slightly depending on the situation. Interesting. So this game has adaptive difficulty, at least a little bit. That's interesting. Examine when exploring an area, and my head's kind of covering this, but you'll get it. When exploring an area, using the first person view, an eye icon pops up if there's something worthy of investigation. Press the A button to take a closer look. Okay. What else we got here? Basic operations continue. Item icons. When the directional or the X button is pressed, an item icon appears at the bottom of the screen. To use the item to use or equip any of the items listed, use the left and right directional buttons to select the desired items and press the X button. Items can be kept in the item box located in the living room. Interesting. There is a limit on the number of items that can be held at once, so carry only what you need. Battle and fighting. You must have a weapon equipped in order to do battle. As long as a weapon is equipped, press the right trigger to ready it. In order to attack, press the A button. For hand-to-hand combat weapons, hold down the A button for extended period to increase the power gauge and make the blows more powerful. Okay, cool. So we got away from like the pressure sensitive buttons, or at least the Xbox version. We're playing the PS4 2 version, so hopefully it also got away from the pressure sensitive buttons. Press the B button while in the ready position to jump back. Combine this with the left thumbstick to jump left or right. Oh, cool. So I'm guessing this is going to be a little, probably more combat oriented, even though the other games had tons of combat. Basic operations, map, scrapbook. Switch back and forth between the map and the scrapbook by pressing the Y button. Rooms have been already explored, as well as doors that have not yet been opened are marked in red on the map. The scrapbook contains notes and assorted bits of information in a file viewable at any time. Okay, press the start and back buttons for 2 seconds or more. The game will reset and we'll go back to... Oh, cool. Yeah, this was before you had like a little like middle button on your controller that just brought you to like the home screen. This was like... You had to just completely like stand up and click the reset button, usually, on the console itself. Items and weapons. We'll figure this out as we go through it. Silent Hill utilizes the Xbox hard drive to save and load games saved. In order to save game data, Henry must go to the living room where his diary is kept. Oh, so you have to go to the living room to save? How does that work? Doing so displays a save screen. Interesting. Hopefully that's not too much of a pain in the ass. And then we have options. Okay, we'll go through those as we go through them. Turn the screen noise effect on or off. Ooh. Okay. And there's the credits. And let's see, what do we got? Some more credits. And, ooh, a Silent Hill comic book. Silent Hill Dying Inside. Interesting. I wonder how expensive these things are to find nowadays and how hard they are to find. All right. And apparently that's it. And a little place for notes, which these games always came with. I miss having manuals, man. These things were great. Okay. So, with that being said, it is time to start Silent Hill, The Room.